All right, everybody. I'm really excited to put this out here. A couple weeks ago or a couple of days ago, we sent out an email saying, "Hey, be really aware of your start and end time so that it doesn't like split over two different days because that creates a real issue with the billing end of things on our end." And so when I sent that out, I got an email back from Brandi Wentland, one of our amazing speech language pathologists who's worked with us for years, and she said, "Hey, I work in Clinic Source in such a manner that makes it so it's virtually impossible to make that kind of error." And she said that she'd be happy to get on here and record something real quick for us so that we could all see that and maybe put that into practice if we choose so. So, Brandy, why don't you take just a minute and show us how you do that?
Absolutely. So, in your patients, you can select the patient that you're working with and then select anywhere on the day in the schedule tab of Clinic Source. Once you're there, you want to change the type from alert to therapy, or if you are going to schedule ahead, you could always do an evaluation. And then you would go in and choose what location you tend to see your patient at. And in this case, I've got patient practice here. Obviously, I would change that to whatever client that I see at this given time. I typically see my patients via telehealth in their home. If you saw them at home, you could select that. And some of my patients I see twice a week. So if I were doing that, I'd select biweekly in the days that I see them. I'd change this to the start date and time that I tend to see them. And I usually mark this for 52 weeks. Once I've put this into my schedule in Clinic Source, it's going to auto populate for every week on those days and times that I gave it. And so on Friday, October 11th, if I go to see this patient, I can click them on my calendar and then the little plus sign. And what this is going to do for me is it's going to pre fill my client's name, where I tend to see them, the time I usually start, and the date. So I'm not having to enter this as long as this is the same day and time that I tend to see them that I put into my calendar. All I have to do is go in here and say, what service I provided and the duration of service. And then that will all auto populate down below here. I used to be a frequent offender of putting in days and times that were inaccurate because I didn't realize it was auto populating for me. And this was the way that I overcame that by putting in my entire schedule of clients that I see on a regular basis. Hope that helps everyone else.
Thank you so much, Brandy. And just a real quick recap: the way you get into that to set that up, you click on the schedule tab in the top left of your Clinic Source screen, correct? And then that auto comes up and you can do it just exactly how you said, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Brandy. Really appreciate it. You're helping us be more helpful, friendly, and expert here at Therapy One.
Glad to help.
All right.